Hello everyone, welcome back to A Common Touch of Fantasy. My name is Paul, thank you for joining me. It is September the 26th, 2017. Today I'm talking about the new releases and the recently acquired books. Peter Clines has a new book out, it's called Paradox Bound. Peter Clines writes really fun science fiction, popcorn science fiction books with a little bit of Lovecraftian themes thrown in there. So I'm looking forward to reading this. I like Peter Clines' books, they're just fun. And this one's like a time traveling story, so yeah, I'll probably read it. Horizon by Fran Wilde. This is the last book in her Bone Universe trilogy, so if you've been reading that, that's awesome. The last book's out. The Stephen King, Owen King, his son's new book, Sleeping Beauties, is out. I definitely expect this to be destroying the list of bestsellers. And this is about a world in which the women fall asleep and the men have to kind of like do everything without the women. And I definitely expect them to probably kill each other. So I'm looking forward to that. J.Y. Yang, their new book is out. Two novellas actually from Tor.com. And this is a story about two siblings, twins, one girl, one guy. And they get adopted into this ruling family. And there's like a prophecy about like one of them is going to destroy something or another. Well, anyways, they end up splitting, and one goes to like the rebel side and one stays with like the bad guys. And it's basically an Asian influence story that sounds fun, and I like the idea of like two siblings on opposite factions fighting each other and trying to win the heart and soul of their sibling. It sounds like fun. J.Y. Yang is non-binary, so if you like that difference in your authors, check that out. Kat Howard is out with a new book, An Unkindness of Magicians. Pretty cool premise about a girl that is more powerful than a lot of the other magicians. And right now, magic is struggling, magic is dying, and they don't know why. But what everyone doesn't know is that the girl is actually against the magic, and she's trying to be the one that's destroying it. So it sounds really cool. It's kind of like a spy within factions type thing, I think. Probably totally wrong about that, but it might be. And Lecky's new book, Providence. And Lecky could probably throw her name on anything right now, and people would buy it. I'm looking forward to reading this, and it's basically about a universe faction that has all their artifacts stolen, and someone goes to get them back, but they get thrown in prison. So now we have this rescue crew going there to get the artifacts and the person in prison. And what they don't know is that while they're on this mission, their home planet is being overrun by like some evil empire, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Hopefully, everyone that's talked about it so far has really loved it. So those are the books that I think look good right now. Let's talk about the recent books that I've acquired. I recently got Jeff Vandermeer's book, Annihilation, from the library. This is about like Area X, this really strange and crazy place that people go to. And I just started it last night, and it's really trippy. I have this memoir by, oh, her name's covered. It's like Yunnan Lee or something, right? Yeah. Yonami Park. It's called In Order to Live. This is her memoir about her escape from North Korea, which I know not much about. I want to know more about North Korea. Crash Override by Zoe Quinn. I just reviewed this on the channel yesterday. Check out my review of that. This is basically her viewpoint of what happened during Gamergate. This is a book that was recommended by one of the podcasts I listened to, either Fangirl Happy Hour or Galactic Suburbia. I think it's Galactic Suburbia. One of them read this. It's called In Other Lands by Sarah Reese Brennan, and it's a YA book with really great love interest and different relationships in it. And when I listened to the podcast, she talked about how great it was that it dove into relationship issues that aren't usually in YA, as far as like unrequited love and things of that nature. So I'm looking forward to reading that. Also, Peter Straub has a new novella out. It's called The Process. It's a process all its own by Peter Straub. It's about this serial killer called Harry Tiller, I think his name is. Tillman Hayward. Yes, Tillman Hayward. I read this yesterday. I didn't really like it. It's not for me. And then We Were Liars. I read this a little bit last week by E. Lockhart, and I didn't like it, so I DNF'd it. So those are all the books that I've gotten recently from the library. I haven't bought anything. I'm trying to use the library more. I'm probably going to get a ton of books from the library this week just because of all the new releases that have come out recently that I want to read. Okay, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great week and that you're enjoying whatever you are reading.